Well, hello friends, welcome back to the channel again. Code with me. So, friends, this video is all about how to write the resume or how to create a resume. So, friends, if you watch this video until the end, so you'll be having a clear cut and a formatable ideas of what and how to create a resume. What all the information that has to be underwent and what all the restrictions that has to be underwent. What and all should we do and what should not be done when you are creating a resume. Okay. So before directly jumping to this video, so if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and press the bell button icon so that you will be never missing my new updates. Okay. So speaking about resume, so starting with, I'm not starting with the definition here. Speaking about format of the resume, assume guys that you guys are completely aware about the resume start from your name and ends with the declaration. Okay. So speaking about the formats, I assume that you guys have come across that. Starts from name, as I said before, followed by the career objectives and educational qualification, your skills and experiences, and achievements, hobbies, personal information, and with the declaration. Okay, friends. In this video, I'm going to explain you individually about how to and when to and what not has to be done for every individual if you are preparing a resume, even for a fresher as well as experiences. Okay. So before directly starting with the individuality, resume is not all about just putting your name, education qualification. Just you have to represent yourself. Interview is all about how do you marketalize yourself to the person who's sitting in front of you. Interview is all about having a couple of conversation that the opposite person who is sitting in front of you will be judged by the couple of questions and answers that will be asked by him, by the couple of conversation that you'll be having with the interviewer. He will judge you. So interview and the resume is all about how do you represent yourself to the world. Okay, here resume as a primary objective of representing yourself. So I'm warning you friends, please do not neglect any small criteria in the resume, because resume plays an extremely prominent role of defining yourself in the resume or an interview. Okay, starting with the name. So you guys must be completely aware about when you initially start with, you go with a name followed by your contact number and followed by email address and followed by the address. See friends, there is a question arises whether to put name in this format or this format. You can clearly see here in this format we have name, address, phone number, email. In here also we have name, address, email and contact number. Obviously email and the contact number is a primary objective where the organization will try to communicate with you, and followed by the address, that is a primary objective that defines that where and how far you're staying away from the organization. See, the question really arises here is whether to put black and white or to add some colors. Listen carefully friends, the reason why people make use of colors, if you are making use of colors in your resume, please do make sure that to add your personal photo. If you are showing your personal photo in a resume, please do make use of this Christopher Morgan, the blue color appearance which is appear on the screen. Please do make of this format of writing your name. And if you are making only black and white resume, I do prefer the below one which you're seeing here. Obviously the format and the objectives are found to be same, but if you are making use of personal photo or image in your resume, please do make use of this blue format, any colored format. For instance, if you are making use of black and white, does not want to show off your photo or image in your resume, please do make use of this black and white. Because if you make use of your image inside the black and white, that does not create an exactly attraction to your resume. So if you are adding your image inside your resume, please do make use of color fonts and everything, so that will create an impression or attraction to the interviewer who is viewing your resume. So this is the common difference between making use of color and black and white. And if you're a fresher or experience, so that doesn't matter. You can add your image based on the alignment and the color of your resume. It all depends on how attractive the resume looks. Okay, so starting with next, educational qualification. Okay friends, I assume that everybody is aware about that this is found to be one of those primary criteria that everyone has to be followed. But there is still the question arises whether to add this type of qualification or just a type of qualification. See friends, above which one is showing in the form of tables. This is the same type of resume that has been told to do us in area for academics. Okay, and below the one, so the below criteria is used usually for the experienced people. So you guys must be wondering what is the difference between when to use this and when to use this. See friends, resume is not all about giving to the IT company. We have multiple and thousands of domains. So if you are giving to any lecturer or teaching profession, friends, I would recommend you to add your education quality in the form of tables. The first one, which is about displaying on the top. Okay, and if you are giving to any particular organization, business technology or information technologies, I would recommend you to add the below one, because that creation impression. So by making use of table or whatever it may be, I have to ensure that the size of the resume does not exceed more than 2 pages. Obviously, I assume by making use of these tables and columns, it obviously consumes a lot of space. So I recommend you, if you want to compress, I'm not trying to say compressing, if you want to make your resume short and sweet, I recommend you to kindly make use of the below one. Okay, the bigger the company, the more the experience I have, you'll be having the better knowledge about how to make use of resume and the education qualification. Okay, so if you're giving an interview to a teaching profession, I would recommend you the top. If you're giving to an IT or BT companies, I recommend you the second one. Okay, see friends, the reason why I'm suppressing this part is when the interview is focusing on your resume, he'll only focus on education qualification, your experience and skill set, and rather than he doesn't need anything, because that is taken by other departments. Okay, all that is needed is education qualification, your skill set and experience. Based on that, he will interview. So if you are writing education qualification, please do make sure that its alignment and each and every word is perfect and stunned. Okay, so next comes skill set and experience. So the question really arises here is skill set and experience. What to add for a fresher and what to add for experiences. Okay, starting with the fresher. So if you are a fresher that you don't have any experiences, I would like to say first add skill set to a particular domain that you are giving an interview. Assume if you are giving an interview for a software engineer, so initially add the skill set that is completely related to the particular domain that you are giving an interview. And if you have the additional skill set, please do add that on the second line. Okay, so that will be your primary and this will be your secondary. Okay, and if you are experienced, I would recommend you first display on professional experiences and next go with sales kit and additional skills. Okay, so just because you want to get into the company doesn't mean you have to add every single thing, every non-essential things and errors which is not true, because if you are caught, you are fired. Okay, next, achievements. See, it's not just to have the knowledge of the book inside this. There is much more knowledge outside the book. So some of the resume, but if you are stuck with a competition of two candidates, assume friends, the achievements matter in such a way, such a lot importance. Assume friends that if you are stuck with a competitor who have same education qualification, experiences, knowledge, everything. So if the same everything criteria matches, so the HR will tabulate you with the achievements. Here, achievements also plays a prominent role. Okay, so see friends, just because you want to get into the company doesn't mean you have to add the achievements that you don't belong or you do not achieve. Okay, if you're good at sports or have won any medals, you can kindly put that particular achievement in your resume. if you won any sports activities or singing, dancing achievements, you won any medals, went to any stages, please do add on resume. That will create an impression. So next comes hobbies. See friends, if you are giving to interview, the hobbies also plays a prominent role. Okay, experiences along with that. So organization people like to know light about you. Okay, I assume that you came here to earn money, you build your career. That is primary focus. It doesn't mean just because you want to work in organization, that is there is no such thing as rules such as organization wants to know little more about you, because organization is trying to show little more interest about you. He wants to know the exactly what are the hobbies, because in future if the organization perform any kind of activities, parties, so they'll be having the clear cut idea that you possess this kind of hobbies. So it's well good enough to get remembered or notified with your particular hobbies. So I recommend you reading books and making adventures, art, paintings, collection of art, collection of points. See, by displaying these kinds of hobbies will create a better impression. I do agree that most of the people do not have this kind of art collections, painting, but if you have any kind of hobbies that relate to these particular categories, not exactly what I'm trying to say is, you assume you have the hobby that is completely different from the job that you're giving, I recommend you to please add this. So that signifies, so apart from books you have some knowledge, so that shows how socially you are networked. So by hobbies the people will judge you how socially that you have been networked, how socially that you can connect with people, how do you emphasize with people, how do you grow with people. So hobbies also play a prominent role by judging your personalities. So see friends, reading, arting, painting, adventurous, collection of arts, this doesn't has to do anything with your job. I do agree, but by making use of these qualities in your, so they'll be have better picture clarity that this person is something interested, that company not only requires knowledge, because by looking at the hobbies, we can make a prediction that this particular candidate is able to impress the clients or the candidates. So friends, last but not least, personal information. Different. Initially, I have given name, mobile number, your email address. That is much more information that you have provided to the company, and the organization usually maximum they need is your phone number, email address. That's the way of communication that organization do with you guys, and for the address for just in case information. So why do we need this personal information? See friends, assuming working in office, if something happens related to your physical or anything, so there should be something else to be contacted, your family members. So if your family, father's name, mother's name, your family name, your contact numbers, okay, and your date of birth, caste, permanent address. See friends, I would recommend you can clearly observe here, I have added only 4 of it. Here what I am trying to say here is, personal information is, what information has to be given is more than enough. Your one of your family name, the contact number, your date of birth, your cash and permanent address. Just because there is a thing called as personal information doesn't mean you have to add thousands of data. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so the session and last ends with declaration. So the declaration that the above parameters that I have all written is completely true. You do make a signature and write a date and hand it over to the particular organization. That ends with the resume part. Okay, so friends, the session ends here. If you surely and really loved this video, please do like this video and leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.